Welcome to our 12 Days of Christmas nail art series featuring me, Talia, from Talia's Nail Tales.
And me, from Sarah's Nail Secrets. We had so much fun doing the series last year that we're doing it again with 12 new themes.
Be sure to check the description box below for links to last year's videos. Let's get started. Welcome to Day 7, everyone. Day 7 was titled Pine Cone, Pine Needle. It was kind of a pine theme. And in all honesty, I went into this day not knowing at all what I was going to do on my client's nails. I'm really curious to see how Sarah came together with her design, and this one I completely winged. I did want to kind of preface this video by saying that this is one of my rehab clients. We are working to get her nails in a little bit of a better shape. She is a skin picker if she's stressed, so that is something that she's working super hard to kind of work on and make sure that she's up in her cuticle oil. She also has a few nails that are really hooked that I'm doing my best to kind of correct, but again, it's a work in progress. So I just wanted to preface this video by letting you know those couple of things. Let's jump into the tutorial. I knew I wanted the main pine elements to be on her two middle fingers, so her middle finger and her ring finger. So I decided to use Fusion's Walk the Stage, which you guys have seen so many times in this Christmas series, but it is a super nice bright white pearl type of color. It is my go-to if I want a bright white pearl finish. As I'm applying the white to her nails, I kind of had the idea to make these look like a true pearl finish, so I knew that I was going to use a chrome type of powder finish to get a pearl look and then stamp over top, but that was kind of my end game. On her pointer fingers, I just wanted to add some green accents, which will tie together the green pine that we're going to do on the two middle fingers. I decided to take some of Amore's Green Envy, which is a really nice, like, true Christmas green, and I wanted to add some green chunky glitters to it. So the green chunky glitters that I'm using are from Glitter Heaven. They came out with, like, a Christmas kit last year, and it is, like, the perfect shade of Christmas green. I did want an all-over fade on this nail, so I decided to take some of Light Elegance's Iridescent, which is a really like true pretty iridescent glitter color, and fade that down the rest of her nail. I thought that Light Elegance's Taiwan On in Taiwan, which came out with their winter collection, would be a great dark green to kind of bring this all together. I thought it would tie together the green on the glitter nails as well as the pine needles that we were eventually going to do on the two white nails. So I decided to take this one all over her pinky nail and all over her thumbnail. To tie the green sparkle into this design a little bit more, I decided to put a little bit of it in the corner of her thumbnail. I wanted to make sure that I was incorporating all the different greens that I was adding to the design, so when she holds her hand up as a full, it all looks cohesive, all makes sense, and it all matched. I love using a bunch of different shades of green in this design. I'm going to embed all of my color and glitter gels. This particular client needs a little bit more strength to her nail, so I am using my Fusion 5, which is a little bit of a thicker gel. So I find the best way to use this is to do a little bit of a slip layer down first and then go in with a Fusion 5 on top. We're jumping a bit ahead here to after the finish file. We're going to take some of Light Elegance's Tack, and what we're going to do with this is we're going to apply this all over the nails that I want to add chrome powders to. This is going to fill in any of the filing grooves, and then when you go in with your chrome on top of the tackless top coat, it's not going to show any of the grooves or lumps and bumps that are on the nails from your finish filing. This is one of the best tips that I got from Ivory. I'm so grateful that she taught me this. So I decided to do the chrome on her pinky, her middle finger, and her ring finger. After I've cured the tack, I'm going in with some of my Wildflowers Tackless Top Coat. This is my favorite tackless top coat to use in combination with chromes. And I find the best cure would be 30-second in my LED Light Elegance Plus lamps. I picked up the Social Claus Chromageddon chrome set because I wanted these like colored chromes. This particular one is called Jade Vine, and I'm going to put this all over her pinky nails. When you're doing chrome, I find having a really soft sponge works the best, and these particular soft sponges are from the Joe Fresh brand, and they're just makeup sponges that I get at Shoppers. You can get them at Superstore, wherever Joe Fresh cosmetics are sold. On the two white nails, I'm going to take some of Social Claus Luminara, which is a really pretty pearl type of chrome, except it does have like a multicolored finish to it. I was actually thinking it was a little bit more white. I think that it still worked in this design, but if I was to do this design over again, I would try and use like just a plain white chrome versus this Luminara, which has like a pearl finish to it. I also wanted to say when I'm doing chrome, I'm at first applying it all over the nail and rubbing it in. Then I'm flipping my sponge over to like a fresh, clean part of it, and I'm rubbing it even more to get the chrome really into the tackless top coat. I find this works the best. A little tip from me to you, and I'm surprised I actually remembered to do this, but top coat over top of your chrome after applying it and before you go in with your stamping. This will create a nicer layer for you to stamp on top of, but it will also, if you mess up on your stamping, you can still go in and wipe it off without removing your chrome. The stamping plate that I'm using today is called Yule Tide Christmas from Clear Jelly Stamper. I went through all of my stamping plates to try and see what would be the best one for pine cones, pine needles, pine trees, and I found that to work the best. Now originally when I did stamp this the very first time, I left the branch out and I just did the pine needles. You definitely need the branch though. It really just makes a true impact and looks like real pine needles and real pine branches. And the two stamping polishes that I'm using are obviously that super shiny dark green that Clear Jelly has. It just works really, really well with this design. And on that same plate, there is some really nice pine cones as well that I wanted to kind of just randomly put on the nail. Now on her middle finger, I wanted it to be like a really nice pine tree, and their camping plate from Clear Jelly has a really nice array of a variety of trees. I did try to stamp that at first and it didn't look very good, so I wanted to do just the individual tree. I am going to go in and top gloss over top of these because I did want to make these look like snow and have like a really fun powdered sugared snow look on top of it. And you guys know I always forget to top gloss first. So I actually remembered this time. Taking some of the fusion paints in white, I'm going to add some snow details on top of the pine cones. I love using the fusion paints because it cures to attack free finish. After I have the snow exactly where I want it all over these pine cones, and I kind of struggled to decide if I wanted dots or lines, but it all came together in the end. I'm going to take my Ugly Duckling duck paddle, the other end of it, and dump some of the Glitter Heaven powdered sugar effects on top of it. I wanted to do kind of the same look on this little tree on her middle finger too, so I'm taking the detailer brush from Ugly Duckling, which is a really, really fine, small detailing brush. It's great for doing really fine details like this, and I'm just kind of trying to make it look like there's snow sitting on the branches, and we're going to do the exact same effect with the powdered sugar. After I cured it, I decided that I wanted the sky to look like there was snow in it as well, so I'm taking my Ugly Duckling Omni tool and just adding some different size dots and going to add some sugar powder right on top of them. Stamping snowflakes on top of glitter nails is becoming a trend in this series, and I didn't want to let you guys down by not doing it in this one. So I'm taking some of the Clear Jelly Stamper snowflake plates, which are my favorite snowflake plates to use for stamping snowflakes this time of year. On her pinky nail, I wanted to add some Swarovski crystal embellishments in different shades of green to kind of tie all of the different shades of green on the nails together. This chrome powder that was on her pinky, it didn't really match any of the other colors that I was doing, so I wanted to make sure that I was adding some crystals that kind of matched in with it. And you guys are going to see on the snowflake nails, I actually go in with a Swarovski crystal. I will leave the name in the description box below because I can't remember the name, but it matches this green chrome powder really nicely, and I put it in the center of the snowflakes too. This step you could easily leave out, but I decided to add some opal crystals to the thumbnail so that we can tie all the different white elements together on this nail. Our last step is to top gloss our entire design. Now when you're top glossing over chrome, I would like to suggest to do 2 coats. This way it'll seal it in really nicely. I decided to take some of the Ugly Duckling Shtick It and surround those crystals a little bit more. If I were to do crystals on top of chrome again, or make a suggestion to you guys, I would like to suggest doing top gloss then go in with your crystals, because the crystals might not last as well if they're sitting right on top of chrome. And that's it for our pine themed set of nails. I really liked how this came together. It was actually one of my favorite designs that I ended up doing in the series. You guys know I am not a green girl, but I really loved using a whole bunch of different shades of green and tying it all together in this design. Make sure you head on over to Sarah's channel and see what she did. Oh my gosh, you guys, she did a watercolored pine cone using some of the tips and tricks that I've showed in different videos before, except she can get her shading down like nobody's business. I absolutely love these and can't wait to see how she did them. Make sure you're following me on all my social media. Come back tomorrow for day day 8, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!